Getting the fullback involved here. And our first play of the game is going to net them a single yard.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And this defense is firing to begin the season, huh? Great play to get him behind the line.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Third and long for him here. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. He's got it at the 24. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Right up the gut. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Hits his tight end on the corner route. Big man showing up the yards. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Man, this offensive season has barely begun, and they are already, Brock, celebrating in that end zone. I mean, still basically a full 17 games to go. But so far, so good.
Yeah, pay off all of that off-season work. The OTAs, the mini camps, get into preseason, training camp, all of it. And you can't do it much better than that.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Good on the extra point attempt. And the Buccaneers take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Has this at the 6. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Back to throw Mahomes. He's him on the quick hitter. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4.
Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Man downfield, he's got it. It's Worthy. Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. A first down carry for Pacheco. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Offense to the line, second down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. It is caught left side. And that will not be enough for a first down.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Yellow.
Pacheco. On that run, they stand strong and stop him at the 2.
They just could not even find a sliver of breathing room on that first down, and this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what you go to now.
Yellow, yellow. 180.
On the handoff, here's Davis. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Yellow. Right side.
Fullback drive, power the cross. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Only a gain of 2 and maybe a goal line stand here. It's 4th and goal.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit to the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
And he hauls that one in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs make it a 1-point game. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return starts at the 9. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Bucs to the line. 1st and 10.
180. Attack.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Oh, he put him in the spin cycle. He He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. First down, and they go right back to it. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. There's Noah Williams who made the play defensively.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
Scott.
To throw, Mayfield. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
18 yards on the play. That's good.
We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Blown back to the backfield, and they give it to him. Solid running here. That's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's such a good feeling as a quarterback on an RPO, and you get to hand it, and you get to watch him take off. You know if you take advantage in the RPO game of a run like that, it only makes the pass that much better.
180. Scott.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Caught near the goal line. And that is a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 2nd quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Play action, Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now it's Mahomes. This one falls incomplete.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for him. They were thinking interception for a second. The incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Yellow.
To the air, Mahomes. That's caught for the 1st. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
We've set it downs from the 37.
Yellow.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Ooh, almost to throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
It's now second down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Yellow.
The second down run by Pacheco. He'll scrape together a few yards, but not much. Third down coming up.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
6 yards to go here. It's third down.
Yellow.
They'll air it out on third. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up fourth down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
50-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10.
180. What?
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. No questioning on that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on first down.
Cool thing about a drive starting to run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Pressure coming. Baker finds him on the slant. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
They've got first down here from the 36. Here's Baker to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the pass. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Throwing, Baker. Setting up the screen. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback, and on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down.
180.
Here he goes, third and long. Cope with the catch. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Run. Good.
First and 10. Here's Mayfield. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He'd been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Baker throwing again. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. They'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 7-3 now.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, he's such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Yellow. Go on, Eddie.
Hand off to the back. They're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Mahomes. Catch made. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get some late points and the lead. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, they'll look for him.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's 2nd down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4.
180. Done.
Mayfield to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A pickup of 17. And the Bucs have the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down from the 42.
Regular. 180.
Baker now from the gun. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Baker. This complete to Culp. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Third and just 2 to go.
Kings! 20!
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Throwing the out route complete. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, Kate, they don't lightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
180!
Sticking in the air. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23.
180!
Once more, it's Mayfield. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Space on the right. He's got room. And he's going to take this one back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown.
I got to imagine this defense right now has got some kind of tell on this quarterback. He's either giving it away with his eyes or his feet. Interception on the previous drive, and this defense once again jumping all over him.
Up the middle, and somebody blocked it. Looks like the Bucs have it. Up to the races, middle of the field. 30 at the 20. And against all odds, they get the block and return it all the way for 2.
Kate, this little sequence of events is why I'll go to my grave saying football is the ultimate and greatest team sport. This special teams group, they just picked up their offense in a big way. Softened the sting of that pick 6, and now this offense, well, they got to go regroup and pay back those special teams.
After seeing his point after blocked, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. Needed a lot more to reach the landing zone, so the drive going to start at their own 40-yard line. And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
180!
Back to throw it. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. First and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Connects on the crosser. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Mayfield on first and 10. Hits him on the out route. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. First and goal here. They'll try and punch it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Buccaneers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Buccaneers bring it back to even. And now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he's going to field this one in the end zone without a return. So that's going to bring us out to the 35-yard line. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Pressure coming from Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Now it's Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Give him 24 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
New set of downs from 37. Mahomes on first and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Another throw for Mahomes. Trying for the deep ball. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Yellow. Go on, 80.
Third and long for him here. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Okay, running backs might not be the most accomplished route runners, certainly compared to the receivers. But when it comes to body control, strength, making a catch through contact, this guy just showed out.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow.
Handoff here to Davis. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Fight on these two. Fight on these two. Let's go, blue, 80.
Looking to throw Mahomes. And this time they can't connect, so that's incomplete. Been favoring their back this drive. Let's see if it's going to continue now on 3rd down.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
Yellow. 6.
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Knocked away and hits the ground. Incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Butker knocks it through. And they've taken back the lead.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
That is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They give it to him again. And that's not what the offense styled up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
Okay, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing, Baker. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
Run. 180. Point it right. Scott.
There's a dive up the middle. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. To throw is Mayfield. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, it hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Mayfield now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
It ends for the first. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on 4th down, Brock. They're moving the chains.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
1st down. Here's Baker. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
Every offense I've ever seen from Pop Warner to the NFL's got this play in the playbook, but every offense isn't capable of executing it because it takes a quarterback and a receiver on the same page. On that page, it was textbook.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Here's Baker to throw. And he's going to have the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
And things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. He fields it from the 8.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Play action, Mahomes. Complete out to the right. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. 1st and 10. It's Mahomes. And downfield, he's got it. It's Worthy. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Pistol now for Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 2nd down.
Okay, this defense finally said enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10.
Yellow. Anthony's up. I go on.
Back to the air, Mahomes. Pass and caught, 9-yard line. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a 4th-quarter lead.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field with the route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. They think they hand off. Now it's Mayfield. Ooh, puts some air under this one. Right side. Well, they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that 1st down throw. Swatted away by the defense.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert 30, 180.
And motion him out of the backfield left. Throwing again is Baker. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Short pass brought in. They'll have the 1st down and even more. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. Give him 37 on the play. And the Bucs have the 1st.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end, and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger game.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st down, looking to throw. Mayfield has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
We saw his guys pick up the blitz. We felt them pick it up anyway if we wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Point it right. 180! Alert!
Man in motion here. Throwing again. It's Mayfield. An all-around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Baker throwing again. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it. Jake
Moody now in a high-pressure spot. This one from 42 yards out. The kick is off the mark, no good. And the deficit remains unchanged here in the fourth.
Hey, he's going to need a lot of support from his teammates after that one because he knows it. Everybody knows it. The game may have rested on that try, and that'll be one that's tough not to dwell on.
First and 10 from the 32. Throwing is Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be second down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. Yeah. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Gets it through the middle. And in a blink, they are out to midfield before somebody manages to stop it. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Pacheco on the toss right side. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of third down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Third and long for Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up fourth and long. And it'll bounce out of bounds, and he could not have hit this much better. That's going to pin him at their own 5-yard line. Bucks to the line. First and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And this one does not go far.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 7-yard line.
Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's Baker. He gets it right back to McLaurin. And he's tackled for a short gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
This is a tough spot to punt. Got to convert here on third down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. 180, left, left. Real, real, real. Pistol, pistol, pistol.
Back to throw it. That's a cut for the first. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, off approaching that 30-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. And they field the throw again. Left side secured by Ayuk. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for him. We've got 1st and 10.
20. Watch out.
Plowing up the middle. And he's not going to get anything as that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Good. 180.
Mayfield will look to throw. That's caught. It's McLaurin downfield. This one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. Getting 25 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
All set now, 1st and 10.
180. Watch out.
Here he is to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. Has a big hole left. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers jump in front late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Jalen Royals, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
Yellow. 57, 57, colors, 57 colors. Yellow.
He'll look to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Yellow.
To throw. Finds him over the middle. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be fourth down. Chiefs in the hurry up, trying to get everyone to the line.
It's fourth down.
15.
Desperation time here on fourth. He connects downfield. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Looking slant route, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Another throw for Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3. Butker on now to kick this one away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Makes the grab in bounds outside. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a pickup of 26. And the Bucs have the first.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
All their timeouts left, but not much time itself. It's 1st and 10.
180.
From the gun, Mayfield. Trying to push deep downfield. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Running back sent in motion. Throwing again is Baker. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. So there's the timeout called, and we're going to see if they think there's enough time for 2 plays or just one last snap.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game. Jake Moody now in a high-pressure spot. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game. For the second time today, they're going to run the kick team out for the field goal. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. His kick is drifting, and it's no good. Just couldn't get it inside of that left upright. So score this a win for the Chiefs. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.
A dream, I had a vision, I had to work for this and you didn't. I had to bleed, still got the stitches. I learned to swim from all your burnt bridges. Say you're the poet